And we're live.
Hooray. Of course we're live. We're living people. We're always live.
Just gotta send out some promos. There it is.
Since I see one of your quests, how many of the horse you have so far?
I only have the Ifrit horse.
Alright, hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna log in, I'm gonna invade your world, and we're gonna go hunt some horses.
We're doing the story.
You can horse you can horse around while doing the story.
Fine.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Anyway. Swapping over to Red Mage real quick. Alright. So our next step is Good Intentions, the first quest in Before the Fall. When I get to Heaven's Ward, I'm going to miss being able to do that.
The flying?
Yeah, because you have to get the Aether Currents and whatnot.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, currents.
But we're actually going to walk.
Of course you would pick the peasant path.
What the... That emote is terrifying to Bupo.
Oh, I'm not on the Twitch, so I don't see the emotes. What's the
It's
emote?
Legoshi from Beast Stars?
Oh, I've heard of him.
As a truck.
A truck?
I will screenshot it real fast.
The only truck we need is Optimus Prime.
Ah. It's a Drawfee meme.
Oh, Drawfee.
This is far beneath a man of your stand. Oh my god. Oh, that's cute. This is far beneath a man of your standing, and Commander Leveilleur needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men ever have need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, 'tis only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Uh-huh.
Hooray! The switch. Request.
Aha. See, I don't trust this guy for one particular reason that has nothing to do with this game. He looks like a knockoff of one of my favorite characters from Three Houses, Dedue. And so, because he looks like a knockoff Dedue, someone I would trust immensely if I met him, I don't trust this man.
I like that mount.
It is my favorite so far.
There's a lot of fun mounts you can get or find.
Mainly, I just like the fact that I'm hanging here like a kitten.
Would make more sense if you were a Makote. Makote.
Well, I'll just have to get it from my Makote, won't I? Yeah. This man is Dedu we have at home. You spy one. Where do you spy one man? Can you tell me?
He's talking about you. He's spying you because he's looking at you right now.
Oh, there he is.
Broke all your legs.
My knees. Oh no. Oh no, a man in a cotton robe. Whatever shall I do?
Really? He's in a...
Or maybe a woman? I can't really tell. Oh no, Alala fell with a spear. Anyway. Anyway. I don't understand. Well, what's this all about? Ah!
The evil. The evil merchant.
Uh-huh. As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out, but before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard, and to bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Leveilleur will be most disappointed. Uh-huh. Is the recruit in the room with us? Damn it all. A golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of dusk-white sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Brass Blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons. Yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ul'dah in my stead. Entrust them to the Third's Yu Hase. He will take care of the rest. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh, well-ridden Aliane. Or Aliane. Ah, the warrior of light, ever reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Kurthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer? Courtesy of Captain Ilberd, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Riol stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly Riol is unfamiliar with the ways of Ul'dah merchants, whoever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not to seek glory in battle. If you've no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the ceruleum processing plant. Time for the fourth to earn their keep, eh? Fight well, Aliane, for the freedom of all. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the Immortal Flames will hear of your contribution until we meet again. Irithylle, a word if it pleases you. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry. Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and the bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything, leave no detail out. Huh, that's not quite how the first told it. These Duskwites they were chasing, latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw them yourself? Not before the fighting started and not after? Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking Gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I've a lot on me mind these days, and I appreciate you lending an ear. Right then, best get back to it. Irithylle, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you are able. Ba-ba-bum, bum, bum. Heyo's Cookie Cat. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for coming so quickly, Irithylle. We've a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady by all indicators. By all indication.
Uh-oh.
Our guest is with the antecedent in the solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? Alright, here we are.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silver-Tier Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard-Sormr himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Irithylle has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru,
Hey,
have the
Luna.
Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard-Sormr had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard-Sormr. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Irithylle stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the Wyrm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Baelsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgard-Sormr, legendary guardian of Silver-Tier Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silver-Tier Skies, the Great Wyrm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's ceruleum engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below, yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Wyrm as well. The same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether for malms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center, a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Emric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage for yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done and precious little time to do it. Righto.
Oh, I like how shiny the car looked. I'm guessing
Yeah.
the new graphic. Bleak.
Yeah. It really is. You're in luck, sir. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum's Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake, though I cannot say for certain at this distance. I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum's supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wagered they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true then, the Ishgardians honestly fear the Wyrm might rise again? Well, from here it seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans, who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrius, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say.
The Keeper of the Lake, now accessible.
Now, I would do this with NPCs, but I found that I tend to just enjoy it more if I'm doing it in a party of other players.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I'm not entirely sure what to do for the time we're going to be queuing.
You could look at the gear you can get from just gear in general, I guess. Like the Zantetsuken.
Hmm.
Or if world jumping is available, I could try to jump in and see if that'll help you queue faster.
Maybe. Oh.
Ooh.
Terrible card in general.
Yeah. It's really rare to get the 6.
Speaking of,
Oh. Congrats, you just won. Well, that was a lucky break.
yes, indeed.
Guess my hubby's right. Complaining does work for this game. He likes to complain when the queue doesn't drop, and then it's almost right after drops.
Fun.
Oh, mama. Kinda forgot they did re-engineer. What? Damn. Forgot what I was in there. That is beautiful fucking. This one is for. Yes, this is.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, this actually does have a visor. Oh, I love that.
Oh, wait.
I think I'll play some Mahjong. At least with NPCs. It's just relaxing. Not my best hand in a while, but still pretty good.
Let's get some. Quit. God damn it.
Oh,
Damn it.
so long, Mahjong.
I was trying to visit the. Oh, let me click a world. Hello, you got queued in.
Oh.
You're taking. That's good one. Oh, I tried.
Napoleon blown apart. Oh, we don't have any ranged DPS, so we don't get Peloton. That's unfortunate. Heidi ho!
Ooh,
Oh my god, those birds have bombs.
bomb birds. What do you think I was telling you to look out for? I'm feeling much better.
That's good.
No, that fits with it. He's just avoiding bombs.
Damn. So how is the Final Fantasy XIV going?
It's going fine.
Rewards enabled on this channel. Get reward by watching Hyperion of Ernest while they're live Final Fantasy 16. What kind of awards will I get?
You'll get an item code for a handful of food. And then after 6 hours total of viewing Final Fantasy XIV related streams, an item code that will get you a special mount.
6 hours, Jesus.
Well, we'll be doing 4 hours today.
You want that mount, don't you?
Yes,
Don't you?
even if I can't get it well on the free trial, the item code is good until the end of service.
Oh. What if I ate your flesh?
That would be fucked up.
That would be fucked up. Flesh. Domain.
Oh, dang. This poor healer. Oh, yes, you only get it for one character. Oh, we killed him right before the tank buster took out the other dragoon. Oh, this is stressful. Hmm.
So,
Just a little bit tired. Press the wrong button.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
Oh, that voice.
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
eats the shit.
Oh.
Proceeds. I am the true original gangster gamer. I gotta start stealing nonsense or else it'll start to cry.
I understand. My dude, your greed.
Bitch, get fucked. Suck my dick. Modify. First player to modify a vehicle. Oh, I find that hard to believe, my good sir. Hallelujah. That skin I always thought was ugly as shit. Remember the ugly slurp bear?
Mm-hmm.
Worst skin. Easy, hands down. The fact that it's a big, scary thing controlled by a little gamer who looks like he's gonna call me a slur, absolutely terrible. So what's going on in Final Fantasy?
A boss fight.
Are you winning?
I am.
Are you winning in a satisfactory way?
No.
Die. That's just becoming a vocal tick, just saying die.
Please don't say die.
I won't. Waffle Doctor, get wrecked, yeah. See you next Tuesday. My name is Lady Gaga. Is Lady Gaga British?
I have no idea.
Does she say Tuesday? And again, not even Len says Tuesday. She's the most British person I've ever met. And I've met a couple of British people.
I leave. We're done with that one.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve.
Oops. You don't live in this world. I do.
Speak, mortal, and I shall listen.
That's a cool shot.
Yeah.
Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn.
It is illegal.
Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to Thy reprieve is at an
Yeah?
end.
No. What was said? Yes. Yes.
Trickery
Yes.
is thy shield. This frail,
Yep.
ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
That kind of looks like harming.
I'm so gonna lose this car fight. But go into it I must. 'Cause I am big pussy. Big dick. No, I will steal the car! Haha! Now your car is mine! Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh yeah, fair enough. Oh, I thought that was an NPC. Damn, that was a guy? Shit, he really fucked my ass. Oh my god.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
Only guard. With tiny dragon.
What?
The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Body,
Watching a very funny video.
and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth our beginning and
You can now summon the Midgard Sommer minion. Fun.
So what'd you think of? Man?
Interesting.
Boo-boo.
Ah. You've completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it?
He just screamed as he died.
Then I would hear your report. I missed that text box. Are we to understand that the Wormlord did not perish and has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. Hold on. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emmerich immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgardsormr in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection, and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Emmerich's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now.
This is literally Day of the Dead.
Is there something you're not telling us, Irithylle? You seem different somehow. 'Tis almost as if you are missing something important. 12 for Fend! Midgardsormr stripped you of the blessing of light? Are you alright? How do you feel? I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to... It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing.
Do I ever make a submissive voice?
What?
You heard me.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm laughing. I'm watching a very funny video and a joke came up and I was like, har har.
Midgardsormr made mention of a covenant, did he not?
A covenant?
One of the ancient myths regarding Silver Tear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Althik and Nymea, Brother Time and Sister Fate, decreed that Midgard-Sormr ever watch over the source, from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder... what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Hydaelyn herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. Art thou a pawn or a master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal?
Me.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Worm Lord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the walls to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
More than just breathe.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Do we know who voices Alphino in ARR?
Yes. I believe it is... Sam Riegel.
What?
It sounded a little more like Liam, but Liam O'Brien. But
The
I guess
Ishgardian...
they're friends.
The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet, regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgard-Sormr who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Ere I forget, I believe Moonbrita has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communication with the Crystal Braves. All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head into the solar, shall we?
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
They keep fucking looking.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Ascian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void. Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Ascian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Ascian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Ascian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute. Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
It's scary how
Please
much those
tell me
guys
the truth. For God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you.
Thank you,
How many
Neko.
times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you
I'll be
later
right
on
back.
this,
I'm gonna
so
get
see
this
to
thing.
it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Ascian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Ascian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk.
Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona. Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant,
I'm back.
there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arsians will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a Crystal Brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangred and Papalimo shall accompany you. Ida and Yashtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white orosite.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, Pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
Yeah, why use screws when glue exists?
Twould seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I would wish it otherwise, I must ask that you head straight away to the processing plant. The Fourth have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilrid will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilberd at our headquarters in Ul'dah. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Your duties take you to Northern Thanalan, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Falamin travels to Ul'dah, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened by primals and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it is my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front, or we shall fall. Ah, how extraordinary that my little Irithylle is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand at her side, not only as a mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections, but I fear that Ul'dah has become a place of danger, even for one so familiar with her streets. Bah! Woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, milady.
Milady. I said it. Because no one else was brave enough to.
I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way, then?
Oh, these summer sales suck. Sony. Go fuck yourself. Actually, no, not Fortnite.
Commander Leveilleur sent word that you'd be coming. A veteran of your talents is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Amalja. But returning to the task at hand, the Flame's reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Robon's push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Garleans could begin marching on us at any time. Pray speak with Lieutenant Edelstein that we might coordinate our counter-strategy. In the meantime, I will inform the others that you have arrived. No doubt it will be welcome tidings. Lieutenant Miraudont, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. Would that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. The civilian draftsmen you see have come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. I had my sappers take a closer look and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices of Imperial design no less. By my order, the Flame stationed here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralize the threat for now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial army. I would once again ask for your aid.
Yeah,
We've been keeping a close eye on that Garlean garrison, and 'twould seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. Oh, excuse me.
No, I will not.
They've decided to take to the field and to meet this assault head-on. I have apprised your fellow scions of the situation, and am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alian, and lead your much-welcome strength to the counter-offensive. Lend your much-welcome strength.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
Cassander. How long has it been since a social necro redeemed Leather Daddy?
About 15 minutes.
Cool. Where is it? There it is.
I need to remind you that my shirt was not taken off.
You know what I mean. Put on something sensible. You are going to church, goddammit.
I am not going to church, I'm going to war.
No, you are going to church.
Fine.
And then you can go to war.
For some people, war is a church.
There you go. That's acceptable. Yeah, exactly.
Glad to have you with us, Irithylle. As I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Garleans have deployed a small force from Castrum Meridianum. Their main column assembles to the north near Dalamud's Talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilbert, what are you doing here? Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the Fourth should have little trouble contending with aught the Garleans might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The third was getting restless holed up in Ul'dah, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses, and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. Aye, it would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Garleans. This is suspicious. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scions shall join the fourth and give battle to this main column. You're with the third then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant.
Actually, you know what? I have so much fucking channel points. I could make you do so many things. I could be cruel. Completely cruel and evil. And fucked up, perhaps, even.
Make him do all the things.
For one thing, become a deer. This is in order.
Okay. What button was it? There we go.
Oh, you have to press a button? I thought it was like automatic when you place the button.
There you go.
When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yu Hase. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. This is all far too convenient. Alfino was meeting with you. Where is Alfino?
He's busy.
It's John Dracula. This is...
A pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. Now,
this is the redub. Dang.
Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads, the better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground, and to make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. And seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. Aye, this will be a simple search and destroy. We'll rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. This is all way too convenient.
Convenience is always convenient. It's good to be convenient.
Damn, am I really gonna die to Dracula? My first try of Symphony of the Night. Damn. Oh shit. Whoa. Jet, what are you doing here? Oh fuck. like stylish graphic. Shaft? You mean like shaft?
You seem grim, Scion. I take that to mean that between us, more than a few Garleans won't be making it back to the Castrum.
Are you a fucking murderer? Yes.
These Imperials, though they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Alian know the west is now clear. I would appreciate if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Adelstein. Lieutenant Miraudont, what news of the Garleans? Their raiding parties are no more then. Excellent. The Amagina engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Elian reported a sound victory over the main column, and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attention to other duties. All but one, that is, the Rogadin lady with the large axe. It would appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but Northern Thanalan is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way.
The vampire. The Zombamboomborimbos. Now I am Alucard. BRB. I'm going to get another snack.
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe. I know, as Urianger never tires of reminding me. An axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one. And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it?
I am back.
Welcome back.
Aye,
Welcome back.
that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
He senses me. A useful talent.
Uh-oh.
An Ascian. Are they onto us?
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan, keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth. Meddler.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down. You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light. Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydaelyn has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee. Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
Whatever you say, Mandark. We'll get
What did
owned.
that bastard want with us? Nabriales, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet, unconscious. But this staff, you say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
Run, Irithylle.
Yeah,
Run
we're
with
doing
your-
this specifically to
with your-
maintain the tension.
Run with those little chicken legs.
Otherwise, I would have just teleported straight back to Mordona.
I'm playing a Symphony of the Night for the first time ever.
Fun!
Getting my ass kicked. Yeah, I've never played Symphony of the Night. Castlevania. I've played Blood.
I've not really played any of the original Castlevanias. Just the Lord of Shadows series.
Ah.
I thought that was a good series though.
Okay. I don't really have enough of a opinion on Castlevania. Oh god, I only have 3 hit points. Oh my god, I'm gonna die!
Master Louis Sua's staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now.
Well,
You two.
oh, can't even be bothered to remember our names.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain.
Uh-oh.
My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
You will not harm her!
Rest in peace, Moonbreeda. I think she dies here.
Moonbreeda!
Oh, damn.
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed? The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power. Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings. How else do you think Louis Sua was able to invoke the power of the 12
god, I can't
without
skip
making
this.
them an
It's
offering
the
of
read-up and I
crystals?
can't skip it.
Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
Not Minfilia being kidnapped again.
She sucks at not getting kidnapped.
He's a gold-earned Dracula.
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
Got it.
The Chrysalis is now accessible.
No, stop hitting me in the head with your whip, you fucking dickhead. That's what Dracula's thinking right now. He's probably thinking like, man, you're being such a dickhead right now. Just fuck off. Oh no.
Well, what if he likes it though?
Oh, that'd be weird. Oh, she lent me her strength. Oh, the animals. I have the animal power. And then they turned into a Polaroid, and then got set on fire.
I forget. You're not able to use the party finder, right?
Nope. Can't form parties at all. But it says the average wait time is 5 minutes, so
I can't skip this.
we'll just play some Mahjong.
I need a better understanding of Mahjong.
I know how to play Mahjong Solitaire.
Well, I am slowly figuring out how to play Mahjong.
Yeah, for real. I could take him to a real Yakuza den
No.
in Tokyo and we could play. And he could win me some big money.
No.
No. No, don't put him in the Yakuzas.
They'll treat him nice. Smiley face.
My
Look.
dear Mulch.
They give you the little green
Rude.
tea.
My dear Mulch.
Yeah.
No.
So you might lose a pinky. What about it? It's fun. It's where the real stakes are.
My dear Mulch.
And then
No.
you go to a
Yeah.
Yakuza Mahjong parlor and it's just a bunch of old guys there, just kind of quietly playing Mahjong.
And the moment you set your tile down, they all whip out guns and start aiming at you or each other.
No. It's not even that. They're just old middle-aged guys.
No. I thought you said it was a Yakuza parlor.
Yeah, they own it, but they do money laundering through it. They don't actually like
Do anything crime at the thing.
Yeah.
Lame.
Wolf. $100. Wolf. $100. Wolf. Alucard sword. Mother's family heirloom. Strong versus all attack. Dragon Helm. Frightens enemies. Black Cape for vampires.
Don't frighten enemies.
Necklace of J. What is Necklace of J? Level up. Eat that fucking candy. Okay, that's the Freaky Fish domain. The Freaky Fish domain, we do not go down the Freaky Fish domain. We get our ass kicked down in the Freaky Fish domain.
We need a 7 bamboo. Or a bamboo 7. And then we will have a complete hand.
Sumo.
A Menzen, Sumo, and Irithylle. That's it. Not the most impressive hand. Not the least impressive hand.
You're still in the lead. That's what
Yes.
matters. That's the true meaning of Christmas.
Snarf, gnar. I take all your shit and I leave. Dick. You dickhead. You dickhead! Now I am defenseless and weak. Now the enemy is free to attack me and molest me as they please.
No.
No, as in annoy. It's okay, because I meant it in that way. Shakespeare would say it.
Alright, we have a pure double G.
We all love Daddy Shakespeare in here, right?
A Tanyao. Rishi. Now we need either a 2 bamboo or a 5 bamboo. Anyway.
We have a Ron.
Oh shit.
Ron means that they've put down a tile that we need to complete our hand.
Meaning we can steal it and then attack them for great justice.
There you get 9.
We got a pure double chi, a Pinfu, a Tanyao, Richi, and an Ipatsu.
Ipatsu.
Jeez.
No, it's the D20 room. Whoa!
It's 7 minutes.
It saved me. Saved my data. My data has been saved. What if you had data?
Good luck.
And you...
Or
Huh?
Irithylle. Good luck, Irithylle.
Cube? Oh.
Run, run. Here it is.
Well, what's this? Cube of Zoe. Causes items to materialize? What the fuck does that even mean? increase my defense.
Oh, I love the way the Pictomancer's attacks look.
Yeah, me too. It's really violent.
Increases my con and my death. So yeah. Ah, shit. $50. Boom.
Dead.
Nope, I'm poisoned. I can beat poison. Oh, save. Oh, I still got poison. Still shit. Oh yeah, I can't. Oh no, it's the bird and the beast. Oh shit, that one actually hurt a lot. heard.
Oh, that is pretty. That is the prettiest limit break I've ever.
Yeah.
I need to get the Manscaped work.
The Manscaped 4?
He needs to get Pictomancer.
I need to get Pictomancer figured out and all that. I have it unlocked, but I need to get it figured out so I can figure out my groove for it.
Oh my god, that guy just turned into blood.
You're safe. Thank the 12.
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come? Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine.
Oh, great.
Until next time, scions.
Ah.
What's up?
The current Pictomancer rotation uses unintended mechanics that Square is looking to patch out.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
Gotta love all that Ascian ether.
What trickery is this? No. No! Cannot! No!
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free! Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light. Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Ah.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Very much the color and palette of a dog.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light. Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louis.
Oh shit!
understand now the choice you made. In death, there is life. Farewell, Urianger. You daft old coot.
Moonbreeder! No! You mustn't!
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
You're a bitch is what you are.
And you get a slap.
You're the king of Jack and shit, and Jack just left town. And then I spit on the ground all cool like.
Moonbreeder.
Oh no, the furniture!
She's gone.
Evil furniture. This is just the guitar you were ashamed to move. Oh yeah, save my game, baby.
You did it, my friend.
I can't wait for it to not be
The
summer
Ascian
so we
is
can
dead.
have, like, it be nighttime at 6 again, like, reasonable time.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the sun being out for so long.
This device is a legacy of
Owls
Moonbreeder's
be
toils
like-
and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
What the fuck? Ah!
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
Oh, she's cute. What? Who said that?
Who were you talking about?
Maria from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Her
She
sprite
gave her
is very
life to
cute.
temper the blade of light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Does Urianger know?
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens, yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not?
Well, what if some motherfucker comes up behind me and is trying to gang?
Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlean motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands.
Other shield.
In spite of vehement opposition, he
that's the same
founded
shield I
the
already
Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea.
Ouch.
Through his noble
Ouch.
sacrifice, was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive.
Oh my god, what the fuck is
the
that?
slanders that were heaped upon him
Why
after his
why
passing
is the woman part
served
so
only
pretty?
to inflame the turmoil
Why
within
who said
her.
that?
You said that. Please own it.
Years upon end, she
Okay.
knew not
You know
what
I
to
like
believe.
saying it because it's
I
fun.
know.
Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louisoix hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it
There's an
not
eyeball
Master
outside
Louisoix's
staring at
wish that she come to the truth unaided?
It's Audrey
I
too.
told
Oh no,
myself it was,
I'm a rock.
and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved.
Okay, I can't go that
And
way.
now she hath
Understood.
gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louisoix's will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder
Sad.
gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
Righto. Now that this cutscene is over, I will be taking a short break to use the restroom.
Alright. I also have to head back into work soon. So
You're fine.
I'll have to be silent.
You're fine. I gotta take Mom's humidifier over to her room soon.
Yeah, go and humidify rooms.
Let me just get to a save room. Alright, I'll be right back.
I am back.
Alright. Welcome back. Mulch just...
Yes, I heard.
Okay. And I don't know if you heard me, but I will be having to head back to work soon, so I'll have to be a bit quiet.
That's alright. If you need to drop out of the call, that's fine too.
Oh no, I'll be fine. I'll just have wonky internet is all.
Understood. Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Sharlayan Manor to celebrate Moonbreeda's life and mourn her passing. As Moonbreeda was a native of Sharlayan, I feel it is only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? 'Tis a monument found in Rathfrost, and is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul, and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal.
Well, where do you get that one thing?
I got it from the tomestones. Not the tomestones, Irregular Tomestones of Genesis, Part 2, or whatever. The Moogles.
I completely forgot about that. Nonsense. Gonna switch over to my phone real quick. So, BRB.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser... But I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
A fair exchange. Other bargains will be struck.
What is the purpose of this structure? Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me, as antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Irithylle? The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louis Soir, Moon Breda, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies, Irithylle. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of you. I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. A victory won, a comrade lost. To honor the fallen, the living forge ever on towards the light of a new day. Okay. I think, in terms of Final Fantasy XIV, I think this is a good time to stop here with 14 for the day. Simply due to the fact that, I don't think I can get the rest of A Realm Reborn done in an hour. And it is getting a little bit, not overwhelming, but just a bit tiring. So, for the rest of the stream, we'll do something else. We will, however, leave the solar. Now, if you'll give me but a moment. Hold on. Odd. If you'll give me but a moment to get something pulled up. No, none of those. Quite truthfully, I have no idea what to play for the rest of the stream. This. No.
Yeah, y'all still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm just trying to find something to play for the rest of the stream.
I've got about 10 minutes until my food comes down. I might pop back in after the stream.
That's alright.
Sorry, I'm just getting kind of tired.
What world is this?
This is Pridemore Keep. I'm simply familiarizing myself with the controls.
That flip is interesting.
It is the only feature of this particular kind of armor.
Is it jump higher, or like, what's the...
Flashy, acrobatic, useless.
Gotcha. Get my Shovel Knight save. I think I have to re-download it. But I have a bigger SD card. Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, re-downloading now. Unfortunately, I probably will just have to completely restart, because it's been a while. I have no clue how to play it. So, went on a date with my gal pal to the mall.
Nice.
So, for those of you who don't know and aren't in my server, my cousin had a baby yesterday. And she hasn't had a baby shower yet. I'm assuming she will at some point, or something will happen for the baby. And while I was in the mall, I was in it's a place called Box Lunch, which is essentially just like Hot Topic. To think about it that way, a lot of fandom stuff, a lot of somewhat emo attire, stuff like that. And while I was in there, there was a clearance section, and I looked in the clearance section, and there were Pokemon-themed children's books that are that really hard cover, right?
Fun.
And specifically, it's the ones where it's it says something one of them I got was an opposites book. So the page, the theme is, what's the opposite of closed? Open. And all throughout it, there are different Pokemon doing different things in this setting. And the text will say, oh, look, Froakie's curious in this dresser. And then you can literally, it's a flap, and you can open the flap on the page, and it'll show something else underneath it. It's one of those books. It's not like a pop-out. I don't know what you would call that. It's like an interactable book. There's definitely a term for it.
Those ones with folds, with flaps, those still count as pop-up books.
Yeah, that's the vibe. So I got one of those that was based on opposites and teaches opposites, and then one that is just a bunch of fire-type Pokemon doing things.
Aww.
And presumably it's a series with all the types. But the reason I picked fire-type is that the baby's name is Ember.
Aww.
Which is a curious name, I gotta be honest. Not a fan of it, but I didn't name the baby. Just so... It's cute. It's not a bad name, it's just... it's kind of an object. Whatever. And both of her parents are fans of Pokemon. In fact, that was her kind of pregnancy binge, where she rewatched all of the Indigo League, and then all of the Johto arc at the very least, and then she was going through Hoenn. So she's been catching up. And the baby's room is partially Pokemon themed. It's weird. It is the main theme is garden. The walls are painted this soft verdant green. There are flower decorations. The little mobile above the crib, looks like ivy and there's flowers all on it. It's very pretty. And then on the baby's dresser and in the toy chest, it's all Pokemon. Mostly fire types because of the name. So it's kind of in two minds, and I find that very fun. Anyway, I'm telling you all this just to demonstrate it is literally the perfect gift. I saw it and I gasped. Oh my god. even before she's able to read, or learn to read or anything, that will still fit the room's theme, and so it can be on display.
Fun!
For the year or two before we start bothering with reading. I learned to read. I know when I was a baby, my mom taught me the alphabet when I was about 2 years old. I don't know where that lies normally, but that's where I was. So like, and since she'll be a stay-at-home mom, she'll have more time to do that. So I'm guessing 2. She used to be a teacher. She values education. I'm assuming she'll want to hit all the milestones before kindergarten if she can. Regardless, I was ecstatic. I was over the moon to find it. But that was a big thing. We talked a lot about, I want to do a fashion rebrand. I want to do a new fashion aesthetic for me, now that I'm in the big city. We settled on soft emo. As in, emo accessories, because, like, I live in Texas. It was 100 degrees today.
Oh, yeah, no, emo is...
all black. I can't wear leather. Are you serious? Like, that's insane. I can barely wear jeans sometimes because they sweat me to death. That's kind of the idea. Belts, leather bracers, spiky earrings, silver chain, necklace, you know, possibly mascara in my future. Something like that. Where it's like, I used to be emo and then I retired. Sort of a thing. Where I get some of those like accessories. Also a little bit of soft rock. With the leather bracer thing that I've been looking at. I didn't buy it. I've been thinking about it. So I didn't actually buy any clothes today because I still need to figure that out. But we got to explore that today. If you have financial means, I would always suggest that you go window shop for clothes and like imagine yourself in them. It is a very fun experience. It's a very what's the word? It's a learning experience. It's learning about yourself and what you're comfortable wearing. Even just imagining yourself in it. At least for me, it was kind of intense. Because I've never actually bought any clothes for myself before. You know, growing up, we didn't have any money for that, and so it was sort of whatever Goodwill had. Or by that I mean whatever Goodwill had on clearance, even, because we couldn't pay normal Goodwill prices. It had to be, you know, the deal of the day thing they do. If you don't know Goodwill deals, you're not going to get any of this conversation. You're simply in a higher tax bracket than I was. Thank you very much. But if you were, you know that was intense. There was 2. I think it was the BOGO color. Anything tagged with that color was buy one, get one. And there was another one, I forget what that was. Maybe 75% off or something. Those are pretty steep. They are both pretty steep discounts. And this is already one of the cheapest places to get clothes in existence, you know. You can get a t-shirt for literally $1, actually, because it's a used t-shirt that someone donated. And they pay their workers less than minimum wage, which never hurts the bottom line. It hurts their morals, but yeah. Oh, gutsy. Can you break that and go up there?
No, I accidentally broke too much dirt earlier.
Ooh.
But I am going to turn around because I did not get enough gems from... Oh no, that one's dead. Just dead. Unfortunate.
But yeah, anyway. So I was never able to pick that due to financial reasons. And then I got adopted, I moved up a tax bracket, we could actually buy clothes, but my aunt just didn't let me. So that was out of the question. Now I'm a full-grown ass man. I got my own money. I can pick out what I want. I just don't know what I want, because I was never allowed to. So, it's been an interesting experience. It's one of the things I never thought growing up would entail, is just learning what the fuck I want to wear. You know? I learned so many other tasks. I learned how to cook, I learned how to clean, do my own laundry, file my own taxes, do my own investment portfolio, like, do all of the adulting things. But they don't really address, like, simpler things that you just may not have covered as a kid. Like, how to dress. That's always was, like, buying clothes was always picked out for me, and sometimes even picking my own clothes for events was decided for me. I never got to pick my own haircut before. That's been weird. Or how to shave or anything. It was all I was told what would allegedly look best for me by my aunt, and she wouldn't allow me to wear anything else. So, like, that's what it was, and I never thought about it. I never wanted to wear anything else because I never got to wear anything else.
This is something you can also...
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. This is something you can also observe in people who have to wear school uniforms.
Yep. Luckily, my school did not have a uniform. They barely had a dress code. Just my home had all that. I think in the heart, my school dress code did do the whole, like, women can't have shoulders thing. That was the strictest. But even then, that was one of those rules they only enforced on black or fat people.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because the administration was horrible. But that's a discussion for a different day. We're keeping things lighthearted. But, yeah, that's been very fun. I didn't buy anything, because I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted, but, you know, I'm gonna look at mood boards, you know, I'm trying to figure stuff out that way. You know, maybe I have certain, like, awkwardly religiously conservative views on looks due to my upbringing. Any piercing that's not in your ear, I still to this day have this, like, instinctual recoil at, even if I'm not the one wearing them, which is embarrassing, but it's the case. Where it's just like, oh my god, why would you do that to yourself? Your face was so pretty before. That sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably is not going to happen. I have thought about, I don't know the word for it, but getting, like, a piercing in, like, high up in your ear. At the top.
I can't remember what it's called.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Nose piercings out of the question. We did go in Spencer's. If you know anything about Spencer's, it is the store where you go in, you see a bunch of, like, fun, ironic graphic tees in the entrance and, like, fun, like, anime stuff. And you go farther back and there is an entire wall of 18-plus objects, let's say.
Don't buy sex toys at Spencer's.
Yeah, side note. But there was also this, like, these 5 different display cases of rotating piercings sorted by body. Oh, not body. By part of body. So, nipple, nose, ear, eyebrow, tongue, genitalia, etc. That was interesting. It made me wonder, I don't even know where I would get my ear pierced that way, because, like, I trusted Claire's with my lobe piercing, because that's, like, you can literally do that with no brain at all. So, they should not do that. Would not trust Claire's with anything else. I don't even know if they offer anything else, but if they do, I don't trust them with it. Regardless. I digress. That resets every time. Oh!
Well, now I'm paying for my gutsiness, but ultimately I feel like I'm warmed up.
Yeah. Where was I? Piercings. Yeah, that's the idea. I do one day. I should do a tier list of like character sorted by Spencer's t-shirts, because they have a wall of just sexual innuendo t-shirts, and sometimes it's not innuendo. Sometimes it's just like, oh, which ones can I say on stream? There's a small selection of like I heart milfs, I heart dilfs, I heart twinks, etc. Which that's whatever. But then you get to the more interesting things like Master, Master, Baiter, Baitor, and there's a picture of a fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
Who is baiting a line. He's just really good at it. You get the idea. They're very funny. There's a whole wall of shot glasses with a similar sort of crude humor. And since I'm an adult, I did not laugh at it because I'm not juvenile. And by that I mean me and my friend almost pissed ourselves into Spencer's laughing because we shouldn't be allowed adult money. But we split the cost on one like adult board game. And I think she bought like dice for adult activities.
Oh, we love sexy dice.
And then I almost bought a set too for like fake purposes. Like prompt generation, you know? One time I read an Ike Soren fanfiction where the entire thing was Soren bought that item. Just every day they would roll to see what they were doing for the night. And it was a very fun, heartwarming fic, because like you could tell the writer was actually trying to go ahead with whatever was happening. And I remember there was one chapter, and I can't remember what the dice said for them to do, but Soren rolled it. He was obviously uncomfortable with it, and Ike was like, you know, we don't have to do anything. These are not magical. You know, they don't force us to do anything. If we don't want to do it, we don't have to do it. And Soren's like, but it was my idea in the first place. I should stick with it. Yeah, it was a very sweet conversation.
That is.
Anyway. Tangent upon tangents. But, did that. There was like a 7-Eleven in the mall. And that was very convenient because we got very thirsty. And there's all the expensive boba tea and designer coffee and yada yada yada. And I was like, I just want to hydrate. And that 7-Eleven had a Gatorade, and that's all I needed. I was getting worried for a little bit. I'm like, am I gonna have to buy like a $7 boba tea right now? I will lose my mind. I did not. I survived. We're good. I do like boba, by the way. I just don't think it's worth the price. Most drinks aren't. You know, that whole thing like, oh, don't drink your calories. Not that, but it's sort of like, don't drink your budget, is my view. Don't spend your money on a drink when you can go get a nice burger or something. Is that an aggressively, offensively American opinion? Perhaps. But nonetheless. What else? We went to Barnes & Noble. It was a 2-floor Barnes & Noble. I looked at, you know, people do those themed cookbooks or celebrity cookbooks.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very fun section to look at. Oh my god.
I cannot believe I did that.
Yeah. Here's a few fun. There was the official Stardew Valley cookbook. That looked pretty good, and that was the one I was the closest to buying. By the way, it took a lot of willpower. Thing with, of course, themed cookbooks is they're not meant to necessarily taste good. It's more to match the game, you know.
I've heard the Stardew Valley cookbook is actually fairly decent.
I've heard so. That's why I was thinking about it in part, but I still didn't want to risk it. So. Oh.
Oh, that's funny.
Did it push you up, or did you just jump really high there?
I jumped really high. Righto. I think even warmed up, I'm still not able to do this.
Keep
I've
trying.
not. This is my
Keep
this is my
trying.
wall.
Don't give up now. Oh, ha! It's your white whale, and it's literally.
Yes.
That's funny. Okay, RuPaul. Oh, we went to Cheesecake Factory. I got a slice of, like, Cinnabon cheesecake. I forgot just how dense that cheesecake is. Even now, I still have this, like... Sorry, my, assistant, I can't say its name, but, like, my digital assistant just triggered and told me where the nearest Cheesecake Factory is. Like, full address, zip code, everything, and I was like, I hope that didn't just show up on my mic.
Did not.
Get doxxed by the closest Cheesecake Factory. Anyway, yeah, I got a cinnamon cheesecake. Oh my god, it was good. But yeah, I still have this, like, sugary coating in my mouth. It's, you know, when you eat something so dense. Like, I'm a big guy. I'm big-backed. I like to eat a lot of food. It takes a lot for me to feel like I had a food baby, where I feel like bloated and bleh, you know? That single slice of cheesecake made me feel that way. I'm like... I do not think I'll want to go back for a while. Not because cheesecake's bad, but because it makes me feel bad, which is different. But anyway. What else? I went into this, like, little, hippie store, I don't know what else to call it, where they sell, like, Zodiac stuff and, like, essential oils and stuff like that. Virgo got the short end of the fucking stick, dude. Like, there was about 5 different collections of Zodiac, and, like, I'm a Virgo, much like Beyonce. There are no Virgos who are not good, famous people. I pinky promise. It was always bad. Because you can't, I guess because you can't really make it a symbol all that easily. It'd have to be a woman. Because it's the maiden. Everything else can, like, I think most other things can be boiled down to an animal or a symbol pretty easily. Virgo, not so much. So I do feel a little bit unlucky in that way, where it's like, what am I supposed to do with this? But I got the song Virgo's Groove by Miss Beyonce, so, like, I won on the whole. Oh, random side note, Five Nights at Freddy's is Hard slash. Oh, I remember this one causing problems because, like, if you fail, you can fall back down into a lower part of the level. And that was the part that kept getting me. Oh, there's the attack button.
Alright, let's try this one more time.